Testing, testing, check 1, 2, testing, testing. Testing, testing, check 1, 2, testing, testing. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome here to Lambert Park. I generally try to limit how much I go above that, just because otherwise it wears the voice out very quickly.
Yeah.
I'll say that for the big moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course.
Had quite a few times. Like a recent camera over there.
Oh, that's a problem. Oh, how wonderful. That design is for people.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lambert Park for this round 18 NPL fixture between your APIA Leichhardt and the Football New South Wales Institute. On behalf of the APIA Women's Program, I'd like to thank our club's major sponsors, West Point Framework, IGS Integrated Group Services, Boutique Residential, Functional Fire, and our team sponsored Newgin Estate Winery, Aero Adapt, and Strata United. The team lineup for the Football New South Wales Institute: number 29, Lauren Nader; number 38, Amelia Bennett; number 41, Amelia Kassar; number 45, Michaela Dong; number 48, Alvina Kashaba; number 54, Kelly Tolan-Henniker; number 55, Jasmine Black; number 65, Christina Kichek; number 71, Wazinski; number 72, Anita Zorden; and number 73, Lillian Skelly. The substitute for the Institute: number 3, Hallie Thomas; number 7, Lana El Cordy; number 18, Sophia Fanti; number 26, Tiana Fuller; number 39, Kiara Bonora; and number 63, Nancy Hurich. And now the team lineup for the APIA Leichhardt, proudly sponsored by Newgin Estate. Number 3, proudly sponsored by iBake Australia, Tanya Baratia. Number 4, proudly sponsored by Holman Barnes Group, Natasha Fryer. Number 6, proudly sponsored by Robert Migliorino, Mona Walker. Number 8, proudly sponsored by Holman Barnes Group, Chiara Di Domizio. Number 11, proudly sponsored by Wise Employment, Ashley Crofts. Number 16, proudly sponsored by Functional Fire, Estelle Fagale. Number 17, proudly sponsored by Plasmade, Angelique Christodoulou. Number 18, proudly sponsored by Newgin Estate, Sophie Hogan. Number 24, proudly sponsored by Bill Barbershop and Captain Charlotte Young. Number 21, proudly sponsored by Rome Home Loans Burwood, Caitlin Kiparizol. Number 99, proudly sponsored by Holman Barnes Group, Sally James. Substitutes for APIA Leichhardt involved: number 1, proudly sponsored by WMC Services, St. Magus. Number 9, proudly sponsored by Bumblebee Skipping, Brinley Gentle. Number 14, proudly sponsored by Prima Art, Mia Golding. Number 15, proudly sponsored by Andiamo Trattoria, Summer Hill, Gisela Pipino. Number 19, proudly sponsored by Standout Sports Imaging, Imogen Lane. And number 26, proudly sponsored by Newgin Estate, Sophia Constantinidis. Good luck to both teams.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome here to Lambert Park on this very wet, drizzly, cold, rainy Sunday afternoon here in Sydney's inner west. It's Bloody on the call with you this afternoon for this matchup between the ladder-leading APIA Leichhardt as they host Football New South Wales Institute, sitting in 10th on the ladder. Football New South Wales Institute running from left to right on your screen here, and it's an early chance here for Amelia Kassar, and APIA Leichhardt will come away with it here through Chiara Di Domizio in the number 8 jersey. Let's take it through the starting lineups. Number 90, Sally James for the home side. Number 3 is Tanya Barazio. Number 4 is Natasha Pryor. Number 6 is Ramona Walker. Number 8, as already mentioned, is Chiara Di Domizio. Number 11 is Ashley Crofts. Number 16 is Estelle Fragale. Number 17 is Angelique Christodoulou. Number 18 is Sophie Hoban. Number 21 is Caitlin Kiparitsov. And 24 and captain is Charlotte Young, rounding out the starting 11 as APIA have a free kick here. And it's Young who's standing over the ball to take it. Just as she moves it forward. Just a tad, and so it's Young to strike it. She's going to put it into the 18-yard box, looking for Ramona Walker, and saved by the starting goalkeeper for Football New South Wales Institute, number 55, Jasmine Black. Number 29 is Lauren Nader. Number 38, Amelia Bennett. Number 41, Amelia Kassar. Number 45 is Michaela Duong. Number 48 is Alvina Kashaba. Number 54 and captain is Kaylee Talon-Henniker. Number 65 is Christina Kichek. Number 71 is Adelaide Wazinski. Number 72 is Anita Zorden. And number 73 is Lillian Skelly, rounding out the starting 11 for the visitors here this afternoon as Walker puts it in, finds Ash Crofts, who passes it off to a teammate. And it's back here with Kiparisov. And just put into the grandstand here. by Nader, who bounces it out off of Fregale to win Institute the throw-in as Wazinski passes it off. And APIA recovers, comes back here with Pryor. Out here to Gibarizov, in to Aristidolu, who tries to play that through the back line, cleared away only as far as Fregale. And Pryor having to track back here, will pass it back here to Sally James. Moves it out onto the far side, just in front of the Joe Marston Pavilion here at Lambert Park, as Aristidolu flicks it on. And APIA looking to come down the far side now, and that's beautifully put out of play by Institute to stop the counter-attack. And APIA Leichhardt, as I said, league leading APIA Leichhardt here in the NPL Women's New South Wales competition, as the ball goes into the far corner there. It's cut back in towards the middle. Walker tries to take that first time on the half volley, unable to get it away cleanly towards goal, and it's cleared down the line now. Chasing it down here is Kassar. Crossing it in, looking for Skelly, but comfortably picked up there by Sally James, as Aristidolu looks to bring it out. APIA Leichhardt with only the 2 losses on the season, and those 2 losses came in round 1 and round 2, and they've since amassed a 9-5 record to sit comfortably on 32 points with a game in hand over the sides directly beneath them, apart from Sydney Olympic, who APIA still have to play. That was supposed to take place a couple of weeks ago. That game got washed out due to the wild weather in Sydney, so that one to be played at a later date. But yes, so Sydney Olympic have 3 games in hand on the rest of the competition. APIA just have the one, which is that aforementioned game against Sydney Olympic, as we wait for a new ball so that we can get back underway. So that game will be absolutely pivotal when those 2 sides do eventually meet. And it could very well decide who's going to be top of the table, as Nader tries to get a pass away to Kashaba. She does so. Moving it down the wing is Kashaba. It's going to be a throw in for the visitors. Referee says no foul. Aristidolu passes that off to Fregale. It's intercepted. Fregale will pick up the ball though, as Lillian Skelly was unable to control the first touch. Is looking to move it through the midfield, but find the path blocked. That's going to be Walker there, who takes a spin and moves it out to Sophie Hoban. It's out onto the far side, coming back in here for Walker. Walker looks like she might try from distance for a moment, but she'll find her eventual pass blocked, and there's a break here for visitors. Skelly not quite quick enough to get ahead of the APIA defender there on the far side. As Aristidolu finds her pass blocked, but she will win the throw in there. That defender on the far side being Tanya Barasio. No Charlotte Lancaster today for the home side, as she picked up a red card last week for second yellow in the 85th minute. So they'll have to do it without one of their star players here today. 6 goals on the season for Lancaster, and that pass has just got a little bit too much mustard on it, and will go out of play for a throw-in. Ash Crofts sitting 3 back on the Golden Boot race with 12 goals this season, back-to-back NPL Women's New South Wales Golden Boot scorer over the last 2 seasons. Sitting 3 back of Amber Lookmeyer for Bulls FC Academy. So she'll be hoping to rack up the goals today to get back in the race and make it 3 successive Golden Boots for herself, which I'm sure she'll absolutely want to do as Young moves it forward. It's here now with Haristadulu. Comes back to Young. Passing it off to Pryor. Haristadulu. That's going to be blocked by Wazinski. And Crofts and Haristadulu, neither of them seem to want to go for that one. And then Walker will pick it up in the midfield. And coming away here is Di Demizio on the left wing. She's finding her path closed down here by Anita Zorden. And that's a free kick for APIA, won by Di Demizio, as she makes, as the referee looks to mark out the spot of the foul. It's going to be 2 in the wall for Institute. So we just wait for the ball to be placed at the spot of the foul. And there we go. Referee is just telling, I believe that is, actually I can't quite tell who that is, my apologies. Has been told to wait for the whistle. So free kick comes in, it's over the wall and blocked. No, it's in the back of the net, and APIA have hit the lead here. The free kick from Haristadulu. I think it might have taken a touch on the way through, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. But regardless, it's APIA Leichhardt with a very early lead here at Lambert Park. APIA Leichhardt 1, Football New South Wales Institute 0.
Goal for APIA scored by number 17. Currently sponsored by Plasmate and Julie Christopher.
And the ground announcer here at Lambert Park has said that that's gone direct in. I thought it might have taken a touch on the way through, but I will trust our ground announcer here, who has given the goal to Angelique Haristadulu direct from the free kick. So Haristadulu onto the score sheet for the first time this evening. I said APIA Leichhardt 1, Football New South Wales Institute 0. As Institute win a throw in here. It's going to be Anita Zorden to take it. As the throw comes in, and it rolls out behind for a goal kick. That's that's one she's not going to want to look back on too fondly, and I can only imagine that the coaching staff's going to bring that up during the week at a training session. But Wazinski picks up the ball here. She shoots. And Sally James getting across the face of goal just swallows that one up to stop Wazinski from hitting right back for the visitors as Young moves it down the wing. Hoban passing it off to Haristadulu. It's going to be picked up by Walker into Crofts, who tries to take a spin there around Nada. And it'll look like it was coming out here for Zorden, but he's not able to get there to get the touch. Maybe a throw in there by Kiparizov as Pryor sends it back to Sally James. James will come back out here to Kiparizov, who almost has it taken off her feet by Zorden. Pryor passing it off there to Young. Takes a touch on the way through by Haristadulu before it finds its eventual destination. It comes out here now to Di Demizio. finds her path blocked and has to cut back on the inside. Crofts with the spin and turn and not able to control the ball. As Jasmine Black will send it out onto the far side, coming back in here for the visitors. As Talon Haneker will force Aristidou to put it out for a throw-in. And APIA Leichhardt moving it through the midfield now. And they win a free kick. As the temperature feels like it drops by about another 3 degrees here at Lambert Park. Still not the coldest ground in football New South Wales competitions. That honour, if I do say so myself, belongs to the Arctic Circle. The very aptly nicknamed Arctic Circle. As APIA forced to go backwards here to Young. They can't find a path forward. Pryor. Adelaide Wazinski looking to cut off the pass in case she tried to go out here to keep Arizov at left back. As Frigale holds it up, passing it off to Young. That's out there to, I believe that was Barazio out there. No, that was not. My apologies. That was Aristidou. And a goal kick here for Institute. Black goes a little short here, and immediately Institute find themselves under pressure. And it will be a throw in here for the home side. As the throw comes in to Aristidou, passing it off to Frigale. Aristidou recovers the loose ball. As Young to Frigale. Loses possession here, and Wazinski has got teammates, but can't seem to find a clean pass off. And eventually the ball will move forward here. It was Skelly with it for a moment before it was taken off her feet. For Gale will settle it down now here for APIA Leichhardt, running from right to left on your screen in this first half. In the maroon jerseys with sky blue shorts and maroon socks. The Football New South Wales Institute all in sky blue, running from left to right on your screen here in this first half. Aristidou sends it out there to Barazio. And Haban will win the throw in. And the throw will come all the way back here to the captain, Charlotte Young. To Sophie Hoban. To Pryor. Didomizio. Play that through for keeper Isov, who manages to keep it in play and will win the throw in there, putting it out off of Anita Zorden. As the throw looked to come in and then it held up a little bit. Now it comes in. Comes back here to Frigale. To Aristidou. Back to Young. Out to Barazio, although Kaylee Talon-Haneker might get there first. She doesn't, but the pressure forces a sloppy pass, and Institute will pick up the ball and looking to put it through there for Talon-Haneker. It'll come back to Sally James, who moves it back out into the defensive line. And APIA Leichhardt managing to hold on there. Wazinski thought about trying to spin back for it, but in slippery conditions might have taken quite a nasty fall for what was a play that likely might not have been on. That's APIA just passing it around the back line, trying to find a way forward through the press here by the Institute. And a free kick will be won by Amelia Cassar. So Institute with a chance to try and trouble Sally James here. And it'll be number 65, Christina Kicek, my apologies, to take the free kick. And she'll go short here to Nader. Nader goes direct herself and started off to the right and was always heading right. Never looked like curling back in to give James any sort of trouble there. Sally James, one of the rising star keepers in Australian football, has had a rough couple of seasons with injury and playing time. So has spent time at Melbourne City, where she was the #1 keeper for a little while before injury, and was then never able to regain her spot, and made a move out west to the Perth Glory last season. I'll come back to that thought as Ashley Crofts is still on goal here. Crofts shoots, saved by Jasmine Black initially. She gets a touch to it, and Crofts will score with Jasmine Black's touch. Not enough to keep it out of the goals. Ashley Crofts makes it her 13th of the season. And it's APIA Leichhardt 2, Football New South Wales Institute 0. And Crofts has got one of those goals back on Amber Luxmeyer. How many more can she possibly get this afternoon? I'll have to stay tuned to find out. It's 20 minutes gone. It's 2-0 to the home side. But yes, before Crofts scored, I was saying that James had to make the move out west, where she didn't get a whole lot of game time as she was stuck behind Morgan Aquino, who had an absolutely superstar season in goals for the Perth Glory, and was a big reason why they looked like they were going to be finals contenders for quite some time during the season, until they unfortunately fell away and eventually missed the finals, which saw coach Alex Apakis, his last season there at the Glory. He departed earlier this week due to personal reasons. So remains to be seen where James will end up next season. But when she's on, she is absolutely on, and a very, very good keeper to watch. So I'm sure she'll have no problem finding a home soon, and hopefully a starting job in the A-League Women's competition, as APIA Leichhardt is looking to find a way through this press of Football New South Wales Institute. It looked like something might have been on there for a second, but Frigale has to go back to Charlotte Young, to Sophie Hoban, who looks to unleash Huristadulu down the right-hand side. Not able to get the pass away to Crofts cleanly, as it was intercepted. And Crofts tries from distance, and Jasmine Black bobbles it just a little bit before picking it up and then moving it on very quickly out here to Zordan, who finds herself immediately faced with Frigale. And Institute win the throw in here. It's Talon Henniker looking to pick it up. She turns it over to Sophie Hoban. Huristadulu. It's back to Young. To Pryor. Wazinski looking to immediately wrestle the ball away and looking to close down the pass. It's Zordan here looking to force the pass from keeper Esov, which he does so, and Institute into the 18-yard box. Shot comes in from Skelly, and he'll rebound out of play for a throw in there on the far side, which looks like it's going to be taken by Talon Henniker. Is looking for options. Skelly back to Talon Henniker, back to Skelly. And flags up for offside. So Pryor. Goes to Young. To Baratio. Back to Young. Pryor. We'll come back to Young. Holds it. Back to Pryor. To keeper Esov. Regale. Keeper Esov. Spins around Wazinski. Zordon getting the way in that one. Aristidolu. To Pryor. To Young. Looks to unleash Walker here, but it's going to be Di Domizio to pick up the pass. And Walker immediately trying to make herself an option in the middle. Ball took a slight deflection. Di Domizio will recover it. Aristidolu is out to... It comes out here to Fregale. Played the initial pass, which has put them in a beautiful attacking position here. Walker to Aristidolu. Young. Horacio. Comes out here onto the far side. And it's Aristidolu with it. Out to Crofts. Playing it in behind for Baratio. Going to try and win a corner, and she does so. APIA Leichhardt will have the set piece there from the corner on the far side to your left of screen. As the corner is whipped in, headed by Pryor towards goal, cleared away by Institute. And I get a chance to try and settle this one down as Aristidolu looks to play that through for Hobart. She will get a throw in out of it as Horacio throws it in. And APIA are offside. As Young will get on the end of that restart from Institute, so immediately getting possession back. As Aristidolu almost turns it over to Wazinski. Young gets there first as keeper Esov. Through for Walker. Institute will pick it up here through Bennett. Zordon passing it back. Looking for Talon Henniker was the pass. It's Fregale. Walker. Turned over. And Skelly not able to get on the end of that one as the wind picks back up here. Hobart racing down the wing. Tackle put in, not successful. Cuts back in for Crofts. Crofts takes a shot. Second chance. Still not able to get it near the goal. And that will be a welcome clearance here as Kassar tries to go backwards, accidentally turns it over. Walker off to Crofts. Crofts gets around one. Crofts shoots. Crofts scores. She's got herself a brace, and it's 3-0 here for APIA Leichhardt. 14th of the season for Crofts here at Lambert Park. And Ashley Crofts now coming into today's play, as I don't have the updated tallies from the other games, sitting just one behind Amber Lookmeyer. I'll attempt to find out where she is sitting at the halftime break and whether she's found the score sheet today for Bulls FC. But Crofts has a brace, and APIA Leichhardt well on their way to winning this one. So APIA Leichhardt 3, Football New Zealand Institute 0. Yeah, it's Palladi on the call here with you this afternoon from Lambert Park here in Sydney's inner west, where the temperature continues to drop. The floodlights have taken full effect, and we see one of Sydney's light rails just go past behind APIA's defensive goal. So there is a tram stop right next to the ground. Walker out to Di Demizio, and Di Demizio gets it into the 18-yard box. It's going to be forced wide, and Institute recover as the rain sort of comes down to the light drizzle here. And this was picked up again in the last few minutes, and hopefully it doesn't get much heavier, because with the direction this wind is going, it's going to come right towards where we are here in the scaffolding, and APIA win a free kick. And I don't particularly want to get drenched here this afternoon, as I'm sure that Sportscast would very much prefer that their camera equipment doesn't either. No, it looks like it's going to be a throw-in, not a free kick. No, it is going to be a free... No? Yeah, it is going to be a free kick just inside the line here. So, Young. Got what appears to be some beautiful artwork on her left leg. As it goes out to Barazio. Hurstadolu passing it off back to Hurstadolu, out to Di Demizio here, who tries to get it out to Sophie Hoban on the far side. She will find her, she won't be able to pick it up first, and APIA will get a throw in here. As a throw comes in, as does a cross, no one waiting for it. As Zordon looks to play that through for Skelly. Durazio will get to the loose ball. Into a teammate. Will come out here to Young, looking for Di Demizio, but unable to find the target. As the throw comes in, and Hurstadolu immediately forces the turnover, and APIA Leichhardt will get the ball back as Young turns it back over, and it's through in behind here, looking for Skelly. James comes out, heads. That's cleared here into the grandstand by James. A good clearance by the keeper as the throw comes in directly beneath us. It's Zordon, who goes backwards to Nader. Will receive the pass back. Now to check. Hurstadolu heads it down, and bringing it forward is Fragale. Aristidolu looking for Di Demetrio. Flags up for offside. So APIA won't get a chance for a fourth right here. There is a potential that they will get it sooner rather than later as the pass cut off. Walker, Fragale, through to Crofts. Fragale has Walker in behind, although I think she might be offside. And the flag eventually goes up, and she was indeed offside by probably good, I'd say, metre. It's very hard to tell with the angle here, as we are perched on the halfway line. It looked to be offside, and the assistant referee has confirmed as such. He's in a much better position than I am, as able to move up and down the touchline. As Kassar brings it down, Di Demetrio passing it off to Fragale, who looks to find Aristidolu, will instead find Barazio as it's allowed to roll through. Wazinski almost forces a turnover. Has a little bit of a barrel roll as Young wins the ball. Sorry, as Pryor wins the ball. Young back to Pryor now. To Barazio. To Hoban. Pryor. Barazio. And in the pass back, Wazinski gets a touch on it. Wazinski tries to chip Sally James. Wazinski gets the rebound, chips it up, and James will allow it to bounce once before picking it up. It's a very good effort there by Adelaide Wazinski. She had 2 bites at the cherry, but Sally James up to the task to keep the visitors scoreless. As Di Demetrio turns it over here to Bennett. Bennett tries to get through Walker and unable to do so, as it comes back out to Di Demetrio, who goes backwards to Kaprizov, to Young. No, yes, to Young. Baratio. Pryor. Kaprizov. To Di Demetrio. And turned over. Bennett gets there first, puts Wazinski through. Wazinski holds it up, tries to go on the left foot, passing it off. And well defended there. And trying from distance is Michaela Duong. And it's off to the right of the goal for a goal kick. And Institute trying to find a way back into this one after conceding 3 here in this first half, and certainly not from a lack of trying here. Just coming up against one of the best sides in the NPL Women's New South Wales competition, who have a star-studded lineup. As Aristidolu goes out to Hoban. Back in for Aristidolu. Leaving that off for Walker. Comes back in. The shot from Baratio. Aristidolu puts it on goal. And saved by Black. As Bennett sends it back to Nader. Almost turned over. But Bennett has that taken off her feet by Crofts, who sends it out for a teammate. And the ball is well loose, and Institute will eventually recover the loose ball. And coming away cleanly with it now are the visitors, as Amelia Kassar comes down the right side looking to put the cross in behind the back line. Talon Henniker not able to get there before it is blocked by Baratio. And APIA just look to settle it down now as it'll come all the way back to James, who moves it out to Pryor. Back to James. Back to Pryor, who holds it, holds it, holds it. And I'll repeat that for you in Spanish. Pryor holds it, holds it, holds it! As Aristidolo. It comes all the way back to James from Fragale. And APIA just perfectly content to hold it as they look for the ideal pass through the midfield here, and looking to hit very quickly, but we'll find the path forward blocked, and Bennett trying to move it on quickly, and it'll come back here through Nader to Zordon. Kassar. And eventually gets around keeper Itzov. Cross comes into the middle. Ball's loose. Oh, what a diving save by Sally James as Wazinski got a touch on that one and forced a very quick reaction from the APIA shot stopper. And Wazinski will probably be wondering how it didn't get past James. It will be Amelia Bennett here to take the corner. As Bennett puts it into the box, we'll find it blocked at the near post. And Kassar's going to get there first, forced to go backwards to Nader. And she'll receive the pass back from Zordon. Forced to go backwards to a teammate as you just see some of the water just skate off the synthetic turf here. You can sort of see where it's also glistening underneath the floodlights in part. Should indicate that it's not getting any warmer. Of course, the synthetic here has been newly relayed. So APIA Leichhardt play a number of their home games to start the season in both the men's and women's competition at Leichhardt Oval, as the shot comes away from Walker, and no trouble there for Black as that one goes off to the right of Jasmine Black's goal, the left as we see it on the screen here. So a few minutes plus stoppages away from half-time, and I'm sure the Institute will very much hope to get into the sheds without conceding another and try to work out a game plan for this second half as Aristidolo is forced backwards. Young moves it forward. And it'll come back here to Pryor. Keeper is off. Goes all the way back to James, who is well outside of the 18-yard box. Of course, with absolutely no pressure, standing outside the box probably isn't the worst idea, because when you're forced backwards in situations like this, it allows for better ball distribution. As Talon Henniker passing it off there to Duong. Come all the way back here. There's Nader to Kassar. Ball slips on Kassar's feet. Nader comes out here to Zordon, who tries to play that back through for Nader, does so successfully, and Nader can drive this one forward, passes it back to Zordon, who tries from distance, gets the right connection with it, but unable to curl it back in. It looks like it was going on target initially, and then took a skid off the synthetic here and changed direction very, very quickly, resulting in a goal kick. James goes short to Pryor, to Young. As Shoot not able to keep possession there. Talon Haneker with it, has to pass it off. And looking to chip that one over the back line, does so, but none of her teammates able to get there. As Aristodolo plays that through for Crofts, who's all in behind. The space just opened up in the back line. Crofts crosses it in, and I believe that was Di Domizio unable to get there first. And it's going to be a goal kick to be taken by Black. And he's got a couple of short options, but I think we'll go short. I was about to say, it looks like she might go long, but it will come back to Black. And now she goes long to Talon Haneker. And Skelly unable to keep that one in play. So throw in here for APIA. Will come all the way back to James. Pryor. James. Pryor. Fregale. Pryor. Now to Young. Plays that through for Walker, who tried to release Barazio there down the right. Unable to keep it on the right side of the touchline. As we're into the 45th minute here at Lambert Park. About 30 seconds plus stoppage time to go in this first half, and I can't imagine there'll be too much of the latter. As both sides are playing aerial ping pong here for a moment, and that'll eventually result in an APIA throw-in. As the throw comes in, it's going to be picked off by the visitors. And that's half-time here at Lambert Park. No stoppage time to speak of. As it's APIA Leichhardt 3, Football New South Wales Institute 0. Angelique Aristodolo opened the scoring from a free kick before Ash Crofts nabbed herself a brace to give us our 3-0 scoreline here at half-time. Join us back here for the second 45 in about 14 minutes' time.
The wind seems to have settled down now, and it's just coming down straight, which is good. So. Yeah, that's a bit better. But yeah, no, I saw that, it was just like, oh dear. Yeah. This could not get any happier. Yeah. When is half time?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back here to Lambert Park, where the conditions are just getting chillier, although the wind does appear to have died down, as has the rain. So now you just have to deal with the generally cold Sydney temperatures here in the middle of winter. The two sides have swapped ends, as it's APIA Leichhardt 3, Bolton New South Wales Institute 0. Angelique Aristotle opened the scoring from a free kick, although I did go back and have a look at the footage. I think it still might have taken a deflection, but I can't be certain, so we'll go with what the ground announcer has given us here, which was Aristotle for the goal. As play back underway here for the second half. And Ash Crofts nabbing herself a brace to give us our 3-0 scoreline. These two sides met earlier this season. It was APIA Leichhardt winners by 4-1. And they're well on their way to a second victory here, as Hobart passes it off. It'll find its way to Aristodolu. Goes back to Pryor. Out to keeper it's off. And APIA potentially able to find their way further up the ladder, of course, with a game in hand on the teams chasing them. Or what should I say, a couple of the teams chasing them, as I mentioned in the first half. They do have their game in hand against Sydney Olympic, who have 3 games in hand on the rest of the competition coming into the weekend's action. So Sydney Olympic coming into the weekend sitting third on 29 points on the ladder, 3 behind APIA, with 2 games in hand on the league leaders. Well, MacArthur Rams sitting second in 31, and it looks like that's where they will stay, pending the result in their game, of course, and the result of the Sydney Olympic game, with Illawarra Stingrays sitting in 4th place coming into the weekend's action. The highest they can jump is to second, in pending results. As we get closer and closer towards the NPL Women's New South Wales final series, and just a reminder of the format, it'll be 1v4 and 2v3 in week 1 of the finals, with both of those winners going through to play the grand final. So just the 4 teams in the NPL Women's New South Wales final series. As Talent Hanukkah will pass it back to Jasmine Black. And very dangerous situation there for the visitors. Almost turns it over to Hobart in a very dangerous possession. It'll come back to the keeper. And APIA pick it up just outside their attacking half and immediately move it into the half. As coming through here is Amelia Kassar, Tash Pryor cutting off the inside lane, shoulder to shoulder they go, and the veteran Pryor gets away with that one and stops the attack. As a free kick given away here for a foul on Aristodolu. And Young goes short to Aristodolu before Young will send it all the way back to Sally James. Aristodolu to Pryor. Wazinski putting the pressure on, forcing it back to James, who's not able to get that as far forward as you probably would have liked. Talon Henniker looks to bring it down, not able to control it. Walker will lose it there to Kashaba. Talon Henniker. Walker. As Barazio will pass it back to Walker, blocked by Talon Henniker, and keeping it in play was Skelly. Talon Henniker looking for the pass away, but only finds Pryor. And a free kick for Institute here. And this will be taken by now Avina Kashaba. No substitutes at half-time for either side by the looks of things. There's Skelly into Kashaba, passing it off to Bennett. And that's played beautifully down the wing there, looking for Zordon. There's Di Demetrio, sends it back. Bennett will get onto the loose ball, trying to put a teammate in behind. Pryor gets there first. And James will send it to Charlotte Young. Aristodolu. As Walker tries to dribble it all the way through herself, eventually passes it off to Sophie Hoban, who shoots, and that will go into the netting behind the goal, but over the crossbar, not the netting, beneath the crossbar, which would have, of course, resulted in APIA's fourth goal. As Nader look to pass it off to Anita Zordon, unable to keep it in play. And Kiparitsov to take the throw in. Has got Harisadoli backwards as an option, and that's where she goes. Who passes it off to Estelle Fregale. Back to Charlotte Young, who not able to pick the ball up cleanly. Has to turn and send it back to James, who finds Hoban here just in front of the camera. Fregale will turn the ball over as Nader looks to run away with it, passing it off to Zordon in the midfield, who's going to have that taken off her feet, but Institute will keep possession. Only momentarily, as Zordon, Hobart, my apologies, picks the ball up. And Walker looking to play that through for Crofts. And we'll find it picked up by Christina Kachik. I do apologise if I am butchering that pronunciation. As Institute looking for their best attacking chance of the half here through Amelia Bennett, being forced out wide by Caitlin Kiparitsov. Bennett looking to pick that one back up before it goes out and won't be able to. It's Paletti on the call here with you this afternoon from Lambert Park. So we're about 8.5 minutes into this second 45. No change to the halftime score, which was 3-0, although we could be about to see a change to the halftime score here as Institute. It comes out here to Talon Henniker. He's not able to get it cleanly the first time, but will keep possession here as she finds her path towards goal blocked. And an attempted, I'm going to say that was a pass, was unfortunately mistimed there by Michaela Duong. And it's going to be a goal kick to the home side here. short to Aristodolu inside the 18-yard box. Sends it to Crofts. He's got Hoban here on the right. That's where she goes, and Sophie Hoban is away. It is Alvina Kashaba giving chase down the left, and she's trying to block off the path to goal. Hoban holds it up, turns, gets the pass away to Crofts, who shoots, and won't find her hat-trick on this occasion. As it started left, going left, and stayed left. As Jasmine Black looking for options here, is telling everyone to go forward after looking like she might go short. And, well, she does go short, but goes over to the far side there to Lauren Nader. And coming away with it here, APIA. Kashaba looking for Talon Henniker. Barazio picks it up though and takes a shot. Jasmine Black diving to her left. As we're going to have a substitute here for the home side. So, yeah, I'll get back underway with the goal kick in a moment. I can't see who's coming off there. It looks like it might be... I'll work that one out in a second. But it was either Ramona Walker or Chiara Di Domizio, and she's been replaced by Gisela Pepino, who's made her way on to the field here. And I'll work out in a second whether it was which player it was that came off. And it looks as though Di Domizio's kept her place on the left-hand side of the field as Institute look to attack. James sends that back out here as the rain picks back up again in the second half. Although the wind has stayed away, so it's not coming into the grandstand here or onto the scaffolding where we're bringing you this game from, thankfully. As Aristodolu distributes it down the left. And that is indeed Chiara Di Domizio who is on, so that means it was Ramona Walker who has come off and who was replaced by Gisela Pepino in the number 15 jersey. As we're going to have a double substitution here for Institute, so Lillian Skelly is coming off. I didn't see who the first player was who made way from the ground. And it appears as though, based on my quick glance, it was Kaylee Talon Henniker who has made way. As we'll get back underway here with a free kick in a moment. Didn't get to see the two players that made their way on. Well, there's one of them, Tiana Fuller. As Nader has made her way out here to the left. Replace Talon Henniker here on the left side. As Wazinski distributes that very nicely to Amelia Kassar, who's crossing that one in, looking for Fuller. It goes straight to Sally James. It appears as though Xantha Urich was the other substitute who made way onto the pitch. So that substitution for the visitors, Lillian Skelly and Kaylee Talon Henniker off, Tiana Fuller and Xantha Urich on. As Di Domizio out here on the right wing. looks to pass that back in for... And look to pass that in for Hoban, but Fuller comes away with it. Wazinski was in behind, offside. As the rain is getting heavier once again here at Lambert Park. As we're into the 60th minute, so 30 minutes plus stoppages to go here. As Duong looks to move that forward for Bennett, who got a touch on it, but turned over to APIA. Bennett tries to recover that one. Coming away with it was Pepino. He did get the pass away to Crofts. There's Juric. Turns it over to Tash Breyer. As Fregale finds her path through the midfield block, so she'll move the ball away to, I believe that is Pry there as well. So Hurisadulu to Hoban. Pryor playing that through for Chiara Di Demizio, who's in on goal, goes down, and Jasmine Black making the save. No penalty, says the referee, as Lauren Nader looks to chip the back line there. Young just having to leap up to stop that ball going through behind to Tiana Fuller, who would have been well away had the ball reached her in a one-on-one with Sally James. As Institute here, move it down the right-hand side. Young putting it, well, it looked like she was putting it out of play, but instead found a teammate. And Crofts wanting the ball, but Gisela Pepino not able to pick that one up cleanly, so was unable to move it through to Crofts, who I'm sure wants her hat-trick. As Pryor to Hurisadulu. Looks to find Di Demizio, only finds Lauren Nader instead. Hurisadulu looking to get the ball back. Puts the pressure on and forces a pass, which was picked up by Young. And Hoban looking to play that through for Crofts. And the pass will find Baratio. Nader is going to allow that one to just roll out to get the throw in. As Fuller moves that on behind the head of Tanya Baratio. And Wazinski putting the pressure on, forcing Young to go backwards to James. Out to Kipritsov. Back to James. There's Fregale. Unable to keep that one in play. So it's going to be Anita Zorden to throw it in. As the temperature... I mean, I don't know if it is dropping, but it really feels like it's continuing to drop here. As Crofts in behind has to hold it up, and Institute will come away with it. As Zorden looked for Tiana Fuller. Nader picks it up, and you can just see that the ball slipped. And it's meant that Nader wasn't able to get the pass away that she wanted. It looked like she was trying to move it out here to Tiana Fuller on the near side into space, and Amelia Bennett now looking to put that in behind for Adelaide Wazinski. And APIA come away with it, and that's blocked by Nader, but APIA will win the throw in. as the throw comes in. And APIA winning it here in the midfield. Hristodoulou looking to move it for Crofts. Juric getting there first, and it'll go out for a throw in. As I say, some more of the Institute players warming up there on the far side to the left of screen. So you can imagine that a substitution will be coming shortly for the visitors, as Young look to move that through for Di Demizio. Hoban will pick up the loose ball, move it back out to Di Demizio. Oh, it's picked off by Institute, and coming away here with Fuller. Young wrestles the ball back, and Hristodoulou will pass it off to Pryor to keep it off. Pepino, Hristodoulou will stop Amelia Bennett from getting to that one, and Sally James will move that back out to Charlotte Young. Crofts, not quite sure what she was trying to do with that pass there. Lauren Nader. Well, leave that off for Alvina Kashaba to throw in as Wazinski to Nader, who sends it to Kassar. Comes back out here to Nader. Nader looking to cut that button back in on the inside, and the numbers game eventually caught up to Institute there as they look to move forward, and APIA, if they're quick, can move it on the break, although I don't think they're quite keen to move it as quickly as one might hope. Do eventually get it forward into the attacking third. It's out here for a throw in. Which will be taken by Barazio to Hristodoulou for Pepino, who tried to get that back through for Hristodoulou. Barazio will pick up the loose ball. Looking for Crofts. And Fuller moves that down here to Nader, who keeps that one in play along the line. It stays in play as it'll come away here, and the flag is up for offside against Tiana Fuller. So, APIA finding a way to stop the Institute defense there by playing a slightly high line. Oh, sorry, the Institute attack, I should say, by playing a slightly high line. As we get back underway here, Pryor goes out to Kip Beritsov, back to Pryor. Moves that crossfield here, looking for Di Demizio. The flag stays down. It's Lauren Nader trying to... Oh, sorry, not Lauren Nader, my apologies. Kashaba. Demizio shoots. And saved there by Black. Bennett moves that out to Zordon, who's looking to play Adelaide. Wazinski in behind. And Wazinski will pick it up, waiting at the far post. Was Tiana Fuller, but it was stopped by James before it reached Fuller, who had an open net waiting for her if she was able to get it, as we are halfway through this second half. Pryor turns it over to Bennett, and Institute getting it here through Wazinski, although immediately forced away from goal. And Crofts will pick up the loose ball, sending it off to Di Demizio, who immediately moves it on to Pepino, passes it off to Aristodolo. It's going to be blocked on the way through, but it will still find Crofts. Crofts will win a free kick here. As I believe that was Lauren Nader who committed the foul. Probably not the worst foul to commit, given that it stopped a potentially promising attack. As an Institute player is down here, will play on for the moment, and Black will pick it up, clutching at her ankle. As the Institute player back to her feet now. I believe that's Michaela Duong. It is Michaela Duong, who's limping as she gets back to her feet. Trying to shake it off here, and no, she's gone down, and I have a feeling that that her afternoon is done. In behind here, flag goes up for offside, and Duong is going to get some attention here from the referee as the trainer is waved on to see what has happened here. And it appeared to be an off-the-ball sort of issue there, and those are never nice when a player goes clutching down at part of their leg off the ball. So while Duong's receiving treatment, I'll take a little bit of a break myself. So Duong has made her way from the field under her own weight, thankfully. She'll get potentially some further treatment from the trainer, although she is, it is looking like that she will, she'll re-enter this match momentarily. As restarted from the offside, and Hoban looks to play that in behind for Crofts. Crofts shoots. And Black gets in the way of that one as Michaela Duong makes her way back onto the field. Still doesn't look like she's 100%. And immediately back into the action here, trying to win the ball, but Pryor gets there first. And it's in behind here for Di Demizio, who crosses that one in, waiting for it at the far post is Pepino, and Juric puts that one behind for a corner. It appears as though there was another player off the pitch for Institute as well. And it looks like it was Christina Kachek. So she'll make her way back into the defensive line as we have a corner here. As that rain gets heavier once again. As the corner comes in, it takes a bounce before being cleared away to Regale. Come back out to Aristodolo. Regale will send that back to Aristodolo. Blocked by Amelia Kassar, and Wazinski not going to be able to get there first as Kipritsov sends it back to Sally James. As it was an Institute player down temporarily in the back line, gets back to her feet and has gone down again, and it is Michaela Duong. So I imagine she's going to make her way from the field. Her afternoon looks set to be done. She tried to play on. We're going to have a couple of substitutions here. So Tash Pryor has made her way from the field. as has Caitlin Kiparitsov. And it looks as though, no, it's just Demetrio going back to the left. And Kiara Benora has made her way on for Institute, and I believe that was for Michaela Duong, so her evening is indeed done. And I'll try to tell you who else has come on for Institute, for the home side in a moment. Imogen Lane is one of the players who has made her way on for APIA. As Crofts looks to put Lane in behind. Flag stays down. She's timed the run beautifully. Imogen Lane, the first touch of the ball. Finds her cross blocked. Barazio. So in behind for Pepino, who moves it out here to Imogen Lane. Lane keeps possession. Cross comes in. It's blocked by Nader as Kashaba moves that back to Nader, who almost has that taken off her feet by Lane. Nader back to Kashaba. And Wazinski looking to come on to that one, but Hurstadulu will send it back to James Fregale. To Young, who's moved that back to Fregale. Has it taken off her feet by Wazinski. Bennett looks to win that. And two players come into a tangle here, and Amelia Bennett will eventually win the free kick. As Sophie Hoban just given a warning by the referee. No card of any description to speak of. An Institute here through Alvina Kashaba will have a chance to find their way onto the score sheet if they can get this set piece right. So Kashaba chips that into the box. It's cleared away, and the rebound put well wide there by Amelia Kassar. And it appears as though Mia Golding is the other player who's come on and has replaced Kiparitsov there at left back. As Hurstadulu out to Golding. Comes back to Hurstadulu. As Benora intercepts the pass. The shot from Tiana Fuller forces James to go to her left before picking it up with no trouble. And she'll roll it to Young. Pepino will keep possession there after almost losing it. Almost hits the referee too, as she looked to move it on to Hoban. Come back to Zanta Juric. Cleared away. Aristodolo. There's Pepino. And it's just keep possession, moving on to a teammate, although Kashaba will pick up the pass, and it'll be taken off her feet there by Pepino. Moves it on to Crofts. Crofts looks to play that one through there for Mia Golding. But we'll put that into touch, and it will be a throw-in. There's Pepino. Moved it on to Fregale. Young, Barazio. Back to Young. Hoban. No idea what happened that time. My apologies there to Sophie Hoban. As APIA look to move this one into the 18-yard box, do so. It's still away here through Golding, and it's going to be a goal kick. And it looks like Black is going to go very long here. She has no short options that wouldn't be immediately picked off by an APIA player. And Institute win the throw in as that one was headed off. And Anita Zorden there having to pull up and stop herself from committing a foul throw there. She almost stumbled the first time, but was able to catch herself. The last thing that they need to be doing is giving any sort of easy entry into the attacking third to APIA, who are doing a very good job at that themselves, as Kashaba passes that in to Bennett. Looks to play that through the middle, and that's picked off there by Fregale. Passing it to Di Demizio. In behind, or out to the left, I should say. Cross comes in, and is that taking a deflection on the way through? It has. So it will be an APIA corner. As you can see, the reserve grade players for the home side just warming up there in the corner, where Herstadolo will make her way over to take it, and she'll go very short, very quickly. Cross comes in, that'll be headed away, and Young will eventually look to move that forward, and then cleared away by Institute. Reserve grade game taking place at the conclusion of this one, of course. We won't be bringing it to you here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel, as we only stream the first grade games of the NPL Women's New South Wales competition. As Lane here on this near side crosses that one in. Crofts gets a header away, but unable to find a way past Jasmine Black into the goal. And so it'll be a goal kick with 8 minutes plus stoppages to go. Crofts running out of time to get a hat-trick here. As Black will put that one out of play, and it'll come here for a throw-in to APIA. As Ratio will go short, and Lauren Nader has made her way very far forward. A tactical change by the coaching staff here for the visitors. So an attempt to try something different up front. As that pass is put through in behind, and Institute will get there first. Can the player get the pass away? Does so. That's blocked. And APIA will move that one out of danger. That is probably one of the best opportunities for the game for Football New South Wales Institute, and I think that just about sums up their afternoon in front of goal. As APIA here looking to get on the attack, that will be cleared away. As Nader look to put that one in behind for Tiana Fuller. Found her path blocked by Barazio, as Herstadolo moves this one on to Lane. Kashaba not able to cleanly get it away. It's into the box here for Sophie Hoban, who shanks that well wide of the goal. As They're going to have the fourth and final substitute for APIA Leichhardt here this afternoon, who have used their 3 windows. And Ash Crofts will not find a way into the score sheet for a third time this afternoon, as she will make her way off the pitch. A brace for Crofts. She moves up to 14 goals on the NPL New South Wales Women's Golden Boot race with her first half brace. And making her way onto the pitch is number 9, Brindley Gentle. As Lauren Nader cuts that back in on her left foot, shoots just over the crossbar. And I know I said before that it was the best opportunity for Institute just a couple of minutes ago. That right there is the new best opportunity for the visitors here this afternoon. And Sally James looks to find a way to get that ball back. And it does so. Now, as we wait for secondary ball to be cleared out of play, and it is now, so James immediately moves that to Haristadoulou. Young goes back to Haristadoulou. Fregale. Blaine. Pepino. Lane. Di Domizio. Fregale. Hoban. Gets around 1. Almost gets around to second. Cleared away by Institute. Kassar. Tries to get around Fregale and does so, but now needs to find a way back in. Passing it off there to Wazinski. Blocked by Haristadoulou. Bennett trying to win the ball. And it's going to be an APIA throw in there on the far side. It's going to see 2 more substitutions take place for the visitors, and so they will use all 5 of their substitutions. I can tell you who's coming on because there's only 2 outfielders left on the bench. Hallie Thomas, number 3, is coming on, as is number 7. I'm having trouble reading my own writing there, so I'll confirm the surname there for the number 7 in a second. My sincerest apologies for that. It's Lana Elcordy, who made her way onto the pitch in the number 7 jersey. So no action this afternoon for Sophia Fante on the bench. A reserve goalkeeper. As we are approaching stoppage time here in the second half. No change to our halftime score of 3-0. Angelica Haristadoulou opened the scoring from a free kick. And a brace to Ash Crofts. As Horatio here. Gentle moves that onto Lane. Crossing that one back into the middle. As Tiana Fuller looks to find Wazinski. Alcordy does find Wazinski, but unable to move it further forward, and that's going to be a free kick here. And I think, yep, that's our first yellow card of the afternoon. It'll be shown to Lauren Nader. As Charlotte Young just tries to find a balance there after a pretty nasty challenge. Of course, APIA have already used their 3 substitution windows. So, there's a jersey pull there. Advantage played by the referee as Wazinski looks to get in behind. We'll find her path forward blocked. There's Anita Zorden. Looking to go long. Has to hold up. Comes out here. And I was looking for Tiana Fuller, but blocked by Baratio. As Pepino moves that on to Di Demitio. Cleared out there by Xantha Juric to stop the attacking run there of Brindley Gentle. As the throw comes in. Cross. As everyone's just left that all alone, and Imogen Lane unable to capitalise there. She was waiting for it in the box. And it took a bounce just before it got to her, and Young is being chased down by Fuller. Sends it back to James. Hurstadolo goes back to James. Fregale. Out to Baratio. Lane. Fregale. Back to Lane. Fregale. Pepino. Hoban. Looking for Brindley Gentle, who takes a shot. We'll find it blocked by Kashaba. And Brindley Gentle does get the shot away eventually, but an easy save there for Jasmine Black. And Black will put that into the walls of the Joe Marston Pavilion. She clears it out. So APIA with the throw in here through Mia Golding. And Wazinski trying to win that one. Golding to Pepino. Goes outwards. Comes back in to Pepino, who takes a shot. And Jasmine Black just stood there waiting for it. Imogen Lane looking for any potential rebound should Black have spilt it. As Zorden moves it out to Fuller. Fuller crossing that one in. And I think Wazinski might get there. She does. She holds it up. Wazinski shoots. Blocked and saved by Sally James, who manages to pick up her own save to stop it going out from the corner. And great work there by the APIA shot stopper as it's full time here at Lambert Park. APIA Leichhardt 3, Football New South Wales Institute 0. Angelica Crystal opened the scoring in the first half before Ashley Crofts nabbed herself a brace to give us our halftime score of 3-0. And no goals to speak of in the second half. Just a yellow card to Lauren Nader towards the end. And that was the only event of note in the second half. So APIA Leichhardt move on to 35 points and continue to cement their lead at the top of the NPL Women's New South Wales table as they look to continue the distance and maintain their form of recent seasons, finishing in and around the top of the table. But full time here at Lambert Park, as I mentioned, APIA Leichhardt 3, Football New South Wales Institute 0. It's Paletti thanking you for joining in here this afternoon from Lambert Park, where hopefully you're a lot warmer than I am right now, wherever you may be tuning in from. I hope you've enjoyed the action here this afternoon. here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we look forward to bringing you more action soon.